Hello, Mr. Bill Gates. My name is Stanley Allen, and what I have here, I'm trying to let you see on the video how would I do this. It's a homemade video, and this is right here is the Little Jeffrey production. Let me get this right. Okay, this way. It's the Little Jeffrey production, and you can find this on my website, Stan Allen, in Orlando, Florida. Right here, I compared you with Jeff Benzo. I believe that's the name, the richest man in the world, and Bill Gates. And this is my collateral. Is a poem called Little Jeffrey. And these are the things that it will do once it's performed. At the top, it will. Its purpose is to find missing and exploited children all around the world. It was inspired by Atlanta, Georgia child murders. And these are some of the add-ons as I went through the years. It would solve the United States 23, 21, whatever so $1 trillion deficit. It would create over 144 million new jobs. And it would give back 7 times, and it's a cure for cancer. Now, the standard rate in every country is 8%, I just heard. In most countries, it's legal. But this is a spiritual thing. I'll do whatever the law allows, give to Caesar what's Caesar's and God what's God. But I'm just as a godly mean, it's 7 times. That's the scripture. This was going on. And I was inspired in 2081. 2019, no, it was 2001. I was inspired. It was in the library in downtown Nashville. And, well, I wasn't in Nashville. I was in Madison Square, Madison Library in Madison, Tennessee. And I was in the children's section, looked up and saw your book, A Computer Legend, Bill Gates, The Computer Legend. I picked it up and went to thumbing through the page. And this is an answer that you inspired me with. You inspired me with this answer. You said a mother will walk up to your computer, even though he was the richest man in the world that time. And you say a mother will walk up to your computer in a third world country, whatever, she's hungry, and a kid and say, my kids are hungry. And you say your computer couldn't do nothing about it. And I picture while sitting there, here's the richest man in the world walking down this dirt road, kicking a can with his hands in the pocket, looking down, because even though he's the richest man in the world, he can't solve every problem. But what I say today, the reason I say that, I said I got a little Jeffrey can do that. Now this was in 2081 to 2000, so it had been, I'll say about 18 years. It's 2019, so 18 years later, here's the little Jeffrey production. Now here's what's it giving back. On the right you see a check. That's for the poor person who can't eat, for the poor. $1 will get them $7 or 118, whatever the state allow. But it's in God says 7 times. This American government on my right. The richest people in the world invest 7 trillion. Invest 7 trillion. They get back 7 times 6, 49 trillion. Now what you doing with all this money? I'm asking myself, here I am, poor, living from paycheck to paycheck, writing this on big vision up. But it's not mine. It's not me. It's not Stan the man. It's the creator of the universe. Right here he says a time such as this. I wonder where I got this verse from. It says, I've been chosen to do this for a time such as this. For this time. So, Mr. Gates, I'm asking you, here I have a miracle. Now, if you want to get with Bonzik, beat Bonzik out again, Bozic, stick with Stan, the trillionaire. Here's a check for $49 billion for your investment, $7 billion. Please, Mr. Gates. I know you got that pride and you want to be back on top. But this is your chance. Right now, I got some personal matters I want to handle first. I got a son that's in trouble. I got to get some criminal lawyer, get some lawyer. I want the best criminal lawyer in the world. I'm going to write my checks, give my son a check here blank, and I just want him to write for any lawyer that believes, and he can write for any amount. I want my son freed. And this is my way of doing it. I'm bringing something to the table. I'm bringing a poem called Little Jeffrey. It's a miracle. when performed on a global basis, when I do it as instruction, my pastor used to say instruction. You got to follow instruction. So I'm saying you got to follow instructions. Follow instructions. It's got to be performed to worldwide on a global basis. Just a poem and a song. The poem is called Little Jeffrey. The song is called I Am Somebody. And I'm needing, God is asking for your help. Matter of fact, every rich person in the United States, 10% goes to the United States, the Little Jeffrey production. Sure, I like to be the richest man in the world. Sure, but it's just for the game. I can't spend all that money. Matter of fact, I told my son I give it all away. My grandson. He, what, granddaddy? He was thinking about himself. When I was looking at himself, hey, you like your granddaddy, you got to get it too. You got to get it too. Your granddad leaving yourself. You got to be motivated. You know it takes hard to do this. You know it takes hard to go out here and follow a dream. I've been following this for 38 years. I took a poem. Now look what God done. I'm talking to Jeff Bezos on videotape. I'm talking to Bill Gates on videotape. And I would tell Jeff Bezos, the poem Little Jeffrey will give you 7 times all your fortune. You think you're making it with Amazon. Jeffrey's the best thing. We're just talking about a child. The child is the symbol of God's intention now. The church is destroying the child. Not the church itself, not God's church, but the church itself is women ministry. It's killing the world. A woman minister. It's really disobedience. And it's affecting us all. So remember, Mr. Bill Gates, we need you. All the people in the world, we need you. At the background, you'll see, let me take a ride. Move out the way for a minute. You'll see right there, a Little Jeffrey. Let me move out to the side. This is a Little Jeffrey production. Right here. It says my covenant. Right here is my collateral. That's my collateral. You'll see it on my website. Stanley Allen at Orlando. What's it? Orlando. Stan Allen Atlanta Facebook. You see right there, that's my testimony. At the top, you see this check here for Bill Gates. At the bottom, you see a poem. You see that poem is a miracle. That poem is like David's slingshot. The poem is like the jawbone of an ass with Samson. That poem is like Moses' staff. That poem is like the lepers. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a $7 trillion product. Now, how I know this? Just faith. I hadn't cured nobody's cancer. I hadn't found nobody's child. I haven't solved nobody's debt. I can't even solve my own debt. I ain't never gave nobody 7 times back. But I believe. I wouldn't have followed nothing for 38 years that I didn't believe it. Because I don't saw a miracle. I don't saw the lightning strike. I don't saw the thunder roll. Matter of fact, sometimes I be in this house. That's where I get the mortality rate about the children dying into childbirth. That's where I get it from. I'm minding my own business thinkingly, and then I get a spirit come to me. Hey, Stanley, these women are killing kids, and these women are killing old people. Just think, with these churches that have no power, that got these women and men ministry. Think of how many old people or elder people don't die. You know, well, he was 93, he had cancer. Oh, he had bronchitis. Oh, he had this. That person shouldn't have died because the prayer was weak. The prayer, we done lost people. Right now, probably each church, right now, since 40 years, everybody in church, give me a number, Lord. Give me a number, at least 7. Give me a number, 7. People don't die in your church. With this ministry, especially as women, but it'll be all churches speaking during the women's service. What's wrong, women? All you got to do is just sit there, be quiet, and learn, and pray to your God, and heal things. It's just an order. That's his thing. But let me get back to Bill Gates. I was talking about Bill Gates, but back, Bill Gates, this is the problem. You having a problem in your church. And this is the time to all rich people to get together. 10% going. There's my, at the top here, that's my bank account. For Little Jeffrey Reborn. Right here is a poem called My Friend Ben. That's what God has asked for. My Ben, about 2 little boys, a black boy and a white boy. They were best of friends. Here's the registration form. Here's where you send it. All you got to do is recite this poem. Looking at but Bill Gates. I need what, boy? $1.5 billion. I tell you what. Let me see. It comes to about 5, a little bit over 5. I would say just 5 billion. Right here. I want to pay the lady. I want to pay the little Jeffrey. I want you to pay. You people, you rich folks, to pay little Jeffrey a $1.5 billion and 25 cents. His mother 1.5. To carry the lady who paid his mother, and being $1.5 million. And I'm gonna go a little further. I've been over this. Thanks to you, Larry Bolin. If you're looking at this, Larry Bolin, I was gonna give $25,000. Larry Bolin said, "There ain't no money. You can't do nothing with $75." I'm looking at it. If I'm gonna cure cancer, if this thing gonna cure cancer, if it's gonna solve the United States, so I want to pay every man, heterosexual mans around the world, $1.5 million apiece. Each. I want you rich people of the world to pay that. God wants you to pay him. There's a threat right now, the Jezebel spirit all over the land, the homo spirit land all on that will destroy all of us. I want you to bear this in mind, the people that's listening. You know, all you phone, you ain't got to be in it. It ain't nobody no hate. All you got to do is be a part of it. Everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't gay, but they was sympathized. That was Lot wife was a sympathizer. So I ain't just no hate speech. Why, as an American, I can't protect myself? Don't I have the right in this great land to think that way? You say you that way, he that way. Why I can't be my way? That's your thing. This is my thing. I like them little gals. I like them women. I like the women. I don't want to see a man in a dress. I like women. That's your right. But sometimes you keep things to yourself. Don't try to take over my right. I ain't standing by. That's my right. That's my thing. That's my thing. You don't stand and take that's what's mine. No, I say I got the right. I'm Adam. I got the meaning of the whole earth. As long as I'm doing the right thing, I can call on my daddy. My dad say, "Revenge is evil." I can say, "Daddy, they meeting down at such and such a thing. Daddy, they meeting down there." Dad already know it. Daddy, could you send a category 9 upon them, Daddy? Daddy do it too. As long as I'm doing things his way. But you know, I wouldn't do nothing like that. I'm all about love. I'm all about love and everything. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I'm all about love. Daddy told me, I said, "Daddy, I'm scared." Daddy say, "Fear not." So anyway, we'll talk about that. So thank you, Mr. Gates. You ever want to catch Jeff Balzic right now, this is your thing. I chose you as my man, because I read your article. We have a kindred spirit. We're trying to do the same thing. Now you can feed. They can walk up with little Jeffrey. They can walk up to your computer and be fed. All you got to do is put an emblem of Jeffrey or on each of your computer. We do a kindred spirit. Mr. Gates, we got more days behind us than we got ahead. I got a product. You got a problem. You got the computer. I'm using your computer to get my means out. And I like to say thank you. Happy Father's Day to my son. Today is Sunday, Father's Day, and all the fathers of the world. Remember, there's a spirit out there trying to dethrone you. And they call itself the Democratic Party. Remember that. Out.